Ah, crap. Whatever. Hello everybody, welcome back to Dragon Lord. I'm Dragon Lord, and welcome to a new game. I got the Oculus. Yeah, got the Oculus. Welcome to a game called A Township Tale. This is in development, but it is apparently, oh god, oh come on, don't do this. There we go. It's apparently supposed to be one of the most creative games, and as you can see from here, you will be able to see why. In order to craft items, you have to hold them close together and do things like that. And then in order to make fire, this is flint here, and then, oop, yep, there we go. See? Can't really do anything after that, but you can do that. Stick that in that pocket. So, with this as well, yeah, you can hold it from any angle, or almost any angle. So it does mean you actually have to grip from different places. And also these bits back out, so these tools are for the side only, which is actually very neat. Oh god, sensors. So this is one of the games that, as much as the movement isn't my style, having to teleport, I can always put up with it. But so I prefer moving around, but I understand why it's quite difficult to set that up without having projectile vomiting anywhere. But it's a nice thing to go by this game, because you have to essentially explore the area and craft items. But this is so far a multiplayer game. Just before I set up the recording, I came across someone who went also online. What's over here? Oh, is this just... Oh, it's way up top. Huh. Whatever. So, one thing that's really good about this game is you can check on your hunger and health if you look at your hand. You do have to look fairly close, but as you can see, I can't point in the game, but as you can see here, that there's... Your hunger's the bottom bar, your health is the top bar. My hunger's down pretty low. But if I remember correctly, that of which I do, down here is a lovely place with mushrooms and berries. So mushrooms are fine to eat, as per if you look at your health. It doesn't go out down, but your mushrooms makes your health go up, or not your health, your hunger go up. Just out my pantry. So I am currently recording in my bedroom, which is quite a very small boundary, and it was lucky that I set my height up just that little bit taller so I can hit the ground. Because unfortunately, if I set my height to the accurate height, for some reason, what tends to happen is, as per most people who use the Oculus, the sensors can't see what's on the ground, or see the ground, because the sensors are too high up compared to the player. And so, one thing that I'd actually think would help with this game to combat that is an auto lock on system. There's a couple of arrows and stuff here. Something happened. So there's no arrowhead. Someone either used this arrow and it's stuck into something, or they didn't complete what they were planning on completing, and here's a rusty old sword. That's pretty much the only way you can grab it, but you can grab it with two hands as well. So, one really cool thing is from certain parts of environments, you know what you can pick up as well, because they're a little bit more cartoony than the rest. So I can pick these sorts of things up, but also, a couple of these things are a bit odd. I haven't seen any before. Don't do anything. What's that? Oh, I know what I can do. I'll put that there and this. There we go. Therefore, I make a torch with this thing. It's quite a very cool aspect as well, where the fire follows, but also leaves a plume of smoke. And does go pretty high up as well. Oh good, looks like I'm getting not too hungry actually, I'm doing alright. No need to worry all that badly. As well as, nothing here, fine, fair enough. As well as there's candles here, which you can light, like so, and books, which, oh god, can you hold, please? No? No? Alright, I'll leave you there. So here, there's nothing in this one unfortunately, but you are able to read some of these books, and I hold it by flame. Ow! That actually does damage. Damn! Does it do damage over time, or is it... Yep, that damages you the... Maybe not, I don't know. Let's test it. Doesn't seem like it damages you until you grab hold of it. Yeah, it doesn't damage you until you grab hold of it. So that's actually quite good, but if you follow over here, oops, wrong way, there are nice place to cut down trees, but a little bit further on, also through there there's a giant tunnel which goes to the same place I'm taking you, which is down here. This is a little bit better for a torch. Stick. Oh god. And one thing I'm going to do is hold this and clink, spear. So you can hold it like a spear as well. And therefore you can hold that and... Doesn't do much. Whatever. Like I said, this is an early development and it's not the best... Or it's actually a really good game going. But... I like that. What? Do I need it? I've got a hammer. No. What I'll do is I'll store berries and hold this torch. Oh, come on. Ugh. Right. So, one thing as well as this inventory slot is what you can do is see that I've got 6 here, so we'll show you how many of each you've got. Apart from the tools, you can really only hold one whether you've got 2 or more of the same item. But here, you can see here that I've got 6, and you can pull 1 out if you grab it and pull it out. Oh god. Ha ha ha, not bad. I'll pull out these berries. If you hold it, you pull out a bag, which you can't really do anything with that, thankfully. So you are able to, if you do hold it down, pull a bag of whatever's out. As well as you can store loads and loads and loads of the same of one item, in fact probably infinite. Which, although it doesn't really... Oh, that's been the wrong way. Oh god, wrong buttons. Although it doesn't, like, completely fall into the realism of any game, it's still a nice aspect if you can hold infinite. There's some berries. But these are one of the things that you're going to need without killing yourself, because unfortunately you're unable to cook meat unless you hover over a fire and then you're able to eat it that way. but I have no idea how to make a campfire, and I have no idea if you can hold it over a fire to make cooked meat. As in, there is a fire at a blacksmith shop. Oh, I missed a berry. I missed probably a couple on each bush, but yeah. Damn it, I hit something. There we go, let's just resend myself like so. And really gonna knack my legs out. But all in good fun for trying out a new game in development. Like I said, I do like these games. Or this game, because this is a very rare game to find out or find around nowadays. Mainly because you don't find them. I've never found a game any way like it. And see, these are the sorts of games I'm actually wanting, where if you go in a VR game, you have to do these sorts of things. And surprisingly enough, if we're able to get down into it, and when we do, you're able to cut down trees by using an axe. And instead of you swinging, or instead of you pressing the button, I just spoiled it, but you can swing your axe, and what it will do is it will slowly cut away at a tree. Now you can swing it normally, where you go in, you get to the centre of it, but that's not how you really cut down a tree properly. So what you do is when you get an axe and you go to cut down a tree, what you really want to do is hit on one side and then swing at one side of the tree for probably about 1, maybe 2 hits. You don't really need to do an awful lot. You have to make at least a bit of an indent, which, like I said, can be done with 1 or possibly 2 hits. With your axe, what am I getting my stuff caught on? Give me a sec. Yeah. Let's realign myself again. Do this, teleport forwards a tiny bit, and there we go. I've got light again. So, one thing I do like about this game is the fact that, like I said, you have to swing up one side of the tree for about 1 or 2 hits to make a bit of an indent, and then you have to swing at the other side until it starts to fall. And then that's not you completely done there, you still have to hack at the tree thereon after until you get the sticks or logs you need. Which actually I find is an ultimately brilliant thing to do. Let's do these last couple of berries and head off out. So let's get these last 2 trees and then berry bushes, and then we'll head off. Oh god, no, don't want to do that. I'll probably do it. You don't need, I don't know what other uses you can get for fibre other than fibre. I think that'll do. Right, let's go. And find our way out. I'm spinning the wrong way. Right, there we go. So, one thing as well, you can die in this game. However, it's not as easy as you think. You can't let something fall on you, and you don't exactly have to hold the torch to cause it. There are, so far, one enemy in the game in which can grab you, well, not grab you, but they're chickens, essentially, and they will shoot at you, and what they'll do after that, so here's one of them. This really is not going to be... There we go. Oh god. So I've got to hit this thing with 2 weapons. And there we go. Yeah, God. Did I kill him? I guess I did. Will not argue. That was supposed to happen, except for I didn't realise it was that quick. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Ah! Oh, God, no. I hit something there, I'm not sure what. Go. Shoo. Shoo! Yeah. I'm not sure if that's the same enemy. That's the question. So this is how you take on an enemy as well, is you have to really go at them as well. So it's fun. Now that he's given up, let's get to somewhere relatively out of death. Realign myself. And head over to the blacksmith shop as soon as possible. Let's go. Yes, please, thank you. So, here is the blacksmith shop. One of the really alright places to be again. Oh, so one thing is you can light a torch from practically anywhere. There! That's better. And when I first played this game, I came across this and didn't know what to do with it, didn't know how it worked. Tried to figure it out, sort of almost did, didn't completely work. However, now I know a little bit more on how it works, and so I sort of know what to do in an event of a situation where I would be in a bit of trouble. I can hold there for a second. What is that? Can I? Sweet. I can reach along to it. That's the one I want. What is? That looks like some sort of guard. You see, some of these stuff I don't really know everything about. Require one really good thing you can do. But, come on, reach forwards. There we go. I'm surprised I can grab this with my bare hands. Missed. So one thing with this game is, in order to cut down a tree, you need to get an axe. In order to get an axe, you need to do this. I do not know how to get a pickaxe as well, and that's one of the problems that we come across in the game. But during this early development, this is the only source of heat that runs on infinitely, at least. And so what we've got to do is we've got to wait for these to get reasonably heated, like such. And I should be able to grab my hammer, grab this, turn 180, teleport a tiny bit forwards, and This is not easy. Ooh, I do like that. Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. So, for some reason these do not really want to stay on, and in order to get them to work properly this should be an untouched piece of one item. And then what you do is you place it on there, and then you got to hit it, and what it will do is, as you can see, it's there we go, it's should have, maybe if I leave it on there to heat up properly and then hold it as I hit it, maybe, I don't know. So every now and again I'm just lifting off my headset to make sure I'm realigned. Sorry if that's causing any sort of irritation, but I've got a very tiny bedroom and only 2 sensors, which are like someone's there on the windowsill. It's fine, not all that fine, but I really don't care. Hold it. Ah, there we go. So that is essentially flattening out the axe head. So in order to get it to become a properly formed axe head, it slowly shapes into what you need it to be, and by the looks of things you have to hold it in place. So yeah, there we go. So this white ring that's appearing means that I'm able to strike. You know what, let's try with this hand. I don't want to grab it there, I want to grab it there. Here we go. That's getting a little bit better. So that I'm just going to toss it on a little bit more. This is kind of the really long-winded sort of thing, where if you realise, like so, here, it starts to flatten out into the shape you need it to go in, or the shape it was originally cast to go in. Now this looks like a chisel, but you really have to hit it apparently, and while it's hot, which is actually a very good and intriguing piece of equipment on blacksmithing, because it is technically a proper way of doing some of the blacksmith works. And so as you can see over here, you can get ingots as well. These are one of the things I don't know how to cast, is ingots. Using that, that's the only problem. Except for up here, there is one piece of rock which goes into I don't know what. What's this? 2 ingots makes a chisel. Yeah, that's what they've done. Oh, good. So you can get, I think, dagger, sword, pickaxe, axe, greatsword, more dagger, and another pickaxe, as well as 4 ingots. So you have to, what is that down here? Come on. That is definitely something, and I'm going to get it. Got it. Hammer. This is a hammer which requires 5. I found 5th rock. See, this is one of the problems that I see with the game, where if you can't grab these items from the floor. Yeah. Wait, no. Okay, right. Do that. Stick it up, do that, and then drag that down like that. Grab this rock, put it back in there, lift that up, and then go along here. This is how you get one of these things to work. If they're doing squats. And by pushing down like that. Now there are a couple of ways, like that long plume of smoke, which give off hints, subtle hints, that something is ready for its job. Now, I don't know how to work the rest of it. That's on, which never was when I tried it. And that basically means that that does something, I don't know what. How'd you cast an ingot? Okay, right, let's grab... Did that fall over? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, right. Let's pick that up. Also, do that. Put that down there. Put that in there. There we go. So, like I said, I'm not too sure how you craft ingots, but after you get the ingots, you do that, which you place in the mould you want to craft, and you have to push down on this thing, which pumps air into come on. It pumps air or oxygen or whatever into this thing, the machine, in which then all the metal goes into that and then drops out, I presume, over here. However, I, once again, don't completely know how to work it. But let's grab this and see if we can't finish off the axe. Looks like the axe is done because it's not heating up. However, this, on the other hand, is not. Let's recenter myself. Come on. See this? You've got a limited time before it cools down enough that it stops being moulded or reshaped no matter how hard you hit it. But as you can see, it's slowly, ever so slowly starting to flatten out. Right, let's sit there, let's have a look at my hunger. Brilliant. See, the hunger goes down a bit too quick for me, personally. However, if it's teleporting really quickly that's causing the drain out, then that is absolutely fine. If it's a long distance teleport as well that's causing that problem, again, it's fine, but it's quite difficult trying to put up with it. Hang on. There we go. Is this... looks like it's a stick. So, can't put two and two together, unfortunately. But let's see if I can put two and this axe head together. No. Nope. Okay, right. Let's try. Ooh. You see, this is one of the difficult things, is you don't know what completely goes together with what, and how it goes together. Because some of this stuff does, some of it doesn't, unfortunately. See, this is the thing, you can't craft it like that. Can't stick that with that. Not that. Or that. This. Can't stick that on that. So what goes with what? And you can't hit that with that. Okay. Ooh. Unless, I have a sneaky suspicion, if this glows, it might not have been finished. You see, I have a feeling, because this axe head wasn't glowing, if I go to take you back onto this thing, if I throw that there, it will stop glowing to a certain point where it is unable to be heated up because it is done.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Right. One thing again that's really good about this is it's got a long distance talking. So that guy over there is able to hear me, and we are able to communicate with each other because we've got mics under our headset or under the Oculus Rift. And so what ends up happening is the further he gets away from me, the quieter I become to him, and the quieter he becomes to me.
Quieter I become. Yeah. So.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. So, one thing that's really good about this is the long distance talking.
Hello.
Which means that...
Hello.
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 It means we're able to communicate with each other and be able to talk to each other and ask each other for specific items straight away, instead of using like a text type communication or any other form of communication really. But really cool thing as well is you can do certain gestures like lift your hands up like this and it shows off a question. So you can use certain hand gestures to show you're confused. But yeah. Let's see if I'm able to carry on crafting that chisel. Yeah, so that's done. The axe head looks like it could be done, but let's have another whack at it. Yeah. You can't hear it up in the air. Come on. I think that should be about it. Come on. If I slow down the pace, does that allow for a hit? You see it sharpens up around the edges. I don't know how clear it is on your screen, but on my screen it is really, really blurry. But if you hit, I think there's like sweet spots you can hit them on. Which slowly bring it back into place. So it's really cool that you can do these sorts of things as well. And oh god. So I presume there is like a one side, as here you can see, flatter than this side. So if you hit here, it should start to flatten out a little bit more, yeah. And then this side's becoming a little bit thicker. Therefore, flattens out. That's quite good. Right, I'm just going to place that on there. I know it really might be done or not. I don't care. This thing, because I want to find out how this chisel works. Oh, I could have brought a tiny bit forward. If you try and do it, okay, I don't know. You see, it should have been thinner than what it was, so that does actually work. But again, I'm not 100% sure how to combine it all together. See, some of the stuff you can combine together, not a problem. Being you can combine, I don't get why that, unless they're different. By the looks of things, they might be. Yeah, these are different to these. Just to organise that bit. Yeah, so here, this is flatter than this, essentially. But once again, I have no idea what to do, how to use them, or anything of that sort. There, ooh, spear. Wonder if you can use this with, probably can't, and I don't care, it's still worth a shot. Let's see. So, I'm rambling. I really am kind of oh god. That's the front. Forward. Grab. Turn around. Hit. Like so. Seems like this is kind of like a sweet spot here. So, it looks like here might be bit of an issue. Yeah, again, it kind of, you see, it's kind of difficult to see whether it's done or not. It could be, it might not be, and I missed, whatever. I can pick it up, luckily. Here is a completely different thing I have no idea on. See, what you're supposed to be able to do is strike this fairly hard, and it, yeah, you see it's thinning out a little bit more, and then that's it. It's getting closer, it is definitely getting closer, I have a feeling I can touch it to that, but that's how that works. And I've just remembered, in here, I should have shown you all this as well. The fact that here you've got a desk and stuff, here, over here is nothing, and nothing. But here it is, open, there was a book on crafting. And I'm facing the door, not my door, my bed. Ooh, what is that on the ground? Always pick and check, ooh, everything. You see, this is, I hate those things. They're hard to take on, by the way. But, let's have a look in here. You see, this thing, I don't completely get how this works. You see, that's supposed to do something, and that's supposed to do something, and that's supposed to be lit, and no idea what to do, how to do it, how to work it, what to do. I don't even get if you get to stick anything in there, or if you have to stick anything in there. But, I guess we'll have to find out at some other time. Let's grab this. Oh. Here's the other player. Let's just... there we go. Let's do that. Can you make cooked chicken with this? Doesn't look like it. I know for a fact that if you... yeah, I know that if you, it's quite difficult. If you place a chicken over the fire, it burns completely, but I wonder if you have to hold it. I'm trying to think. See, this is one of the problems, is the game's not quite it doesn't like to tell you exactly what you have to do to survive.
No tutorial
meat. Yeah, there's no tutorial. Like when you jump in, it's literally you're in a room where you get to create your character, and then after that it's like, what do I do? There's a weird giant crystal there, then there's something there, there's something there. Oh look, a giant tree behind us. Ruins, items. What do I do?
You can't use a shield as a frying pan, my chicken's gone.
Oh. I'll put some chickens over there on the shelf, top shelf, next to the anvil. But I have no idea how to
But we don't know
work
how to
this.
cook it.
Yeah, Here's the trouble. This gives you loads of food, but your health, on the other hand, gone. Sort of. You basically get salmonella from it. It's not fair. You can eat the bone as well, which doesn't give you any hunger. It just likes to be a dick.
It just goes.
Yeah, so you're there spending about 5 minutes eating away at a bone and then going, I wonder if I can do something with this. Or I wonder how much hunger I get from it. It better be good because I'm taking a while to eat it, and all of a sudden, you don't. By the time it disappears out your hand, it's like, oh, I've eaten it and I've got nothing from it. Yeah, so it's really starting to flatten out. I think about one more go with that. You see, I never figured out how to make the axe as well. I'm trying to make that so we can cut down trees. The best I got is this thing, doesn't go together. Like, how would one make that? That's the question. That is the real question. Because I know if you do that, you make a torch with it. But I wonder. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. What does one do? Like I say, it's not quite clear on what you can do, what you can craft. There are a couple of things which you can do if you go down to... I'm going to avoid it because it's quite painful getting past the chickens. As much as I managed to take on one and make one run, there looks like... Oh, for God's sake. Looks like there might be a couple. But... See, I'm getting... Oh, it's done. Sweet. I've done the chisel, or the chisel head. But it's quite cool. Once you get the furnace working, it comes out as very shoddy work. It's just a basically thick cast, and you have to stick it on. Oh God. You have to stick it on here to heat it up to make it glow, and then after that. Once you make it glow on here, you can use a stone hammer, which is just a stick and a piece of rock, to combine it together, and then you've got to hit it on the anvil to flatten it out. Right. But where do you go after that?
I mean, I don't even know where you've got the sticks from, so...
Oh, what, the sticks? Some of them you just find around every now and again.
Just find on the floor?
Yeah. One thing I do like is the fact that you can do this as well. So that's how you craft fire with the torches, if you clash flint and a stone together. And this is what I heard a couple of people don't actually like it because of that. I think it's ingenious that in order for you to get fire, you can't just craft a torch and go, yeah, that'll do. Wait, you can pick stuff up from there. I didn't know that. What did you get from it? Oh, don't tell me.
I was just picking up grass that I'd put down. I don't know what these are. I assume these are ashes from previous fires.
Probably. I'm not too sure. You see, these, like I said, these aren't exactly clear. Every now and again you can find books that will contain a couple of recipes in or a couple of things you can do, but they're not quite clear on reading them out, and then, unless you have really good, like 20/20 vision using this, you can't really read anything. Right, am I? No, I'm not. Yeah, it's fun. It is absolutely fun. A really good thing is you can use anything as a weapon as well, as long as you can hit them. So here is a dummy. You can strike an enemy with a flint spear, which is quite good. So the sun is where? I have a feeling it is getting brighter.
That's the moon.
Yeah, that's the moon. So the sun's just going to be over the horizon on that mountain over there. I did also hear on Discord, or see on Discord, that there's a new sort of like jungle area, which is actually going to be fairly good. Feathers, sticks, a rock. Careful. Yeah, God. Oh, there you go. But there's a flint spear here for you. Does a bit of damage. Oh,
Oh,
There's a flint spear behind you on the floor. Does a small bit of damage. But what's this? If I can grab it.
oh,
I hit him.
facing the wrong way for my tracking. Yep.
Nothing. There is 6 sticks. 5 sticks. 6, 5 sticks. What sort of sticks are they? I am getting hungry. Okay. Let's increase my health. See, this I do like, and the fact that you can do team work, you can do kind of like loneliness work. But I think what would make good improvements is for some people who kind of have like really odd tracking, who can't actually touch the floor at all.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Yeah, it would be nice, like, this goes for every game that allows these sorts of things, to have like a lock-on thing where as long as you're near an item and the game detects you can't pick something up, it will highlight what it thinks you're trying to pick up, and then when you grab it, it will float into your hand. Although it breaks what a lot of people would say would be good physics, it's nice because then you won't get frustrated over the fact that you need an item, it's right there, and you can't pick it up. Oh god, no.
That's very satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you make backpacks?
I'm not sure. It would be nice to
I think I saw in one of the dev videos that one of them had a backpack and he pulled it off his back and had loads of inventory slots. It was amazing.
Yeah, it would be nice to have that. So, I've got a flint spear, I've got flint. I can't really do anything with anything anymore. I'm just going to carry this.
What's the point of me collecting all of these feathers?
Arrows. That's pretty much it, but I don't know how to make a bow. That's... yeah.
Oh, I watched a video on that.
Ooh.
That was quite recent.
Oh, what? How to make a bow?
Yeah, but we'll need wood, which means we need to make an axe, which means...
Yeah, I sort of know how to make an axe, I just don't know how to make the handle. See, I know how to strike the axe to get the axe blade, and then after that it's, what do you do?
I could direct a plane to land. Got that going.
Yeah, SOS signal. Or the Leonardo da Vinci's old flying machines. People thought Leonardo da Vinci was an alien as well. That was one of the funniest events you'd find. Was the fact that a lot of people went, "Oh my god, Leonardo da Vinci's an alien, it's been proven." Why do you think that? He invented the first flying machine. No, he didn't. Well, yeah, he did, but there's people who invented the cog way before its time, or supposedly way before its time. And I find it very funny, but at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know. Can I... Yeah, you can use both hands to teleport as well. And then that's with the bottom buttons on the Oculus Touch. And then the top buttons.
Come on, shoot.
There we go. Drown him. He's running. He'll die in the water. He can't get out. That's
there's a box down there.
Oh. I can't hit over the other side. I don't know. Oh, that's why. Sort of. Spin around that way. Let's... Oh god. Let's...
It's gonna get out.
No, he's not.
Close.
Close. Oh, there's an old nail there as well. Oh, he's almost... He's... Back we go. Oh, oops. Crap. Didn't... Oh god. This is torture.
Okay.
Fun, but torture. Oink. Oink. Come on. Let's do that. Teleport right to the edge and give you a little love tap. If I can. Oh. Right. What I was planning on doing, to be honest, is heading over here. This house is quite intriguing. So there's a thing here that you can see or do, or I don't know.
Oh yeah. You made a chisel, right?
Chisel head. I don't know how to make the handle though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is... You need the chisel for this.
Ah.
Because you can chisel away at bits of wood. And depending on what order you do it in...
Depends on
what you get. But this is set up to make a bow. Because this is the... I think.
One end of the bow. by the looks of things.
Or over here on the on this book, it definitely, yeah,
Yeah. See, this
it
is
has
one
the
of the
bow
things.
recipe.
Yeah, this. We've got to grab the bag, throw that on the ground, pick that up, do that and that, and. See, one thing I like as well is that doesn't completely work because you gotta strike flint against stone. Come on, come on, come on. Light the candle. Oh, good. Pull back, pull back, pull back. There we go. This is fun. Fun, annoying, but, what can you say? The game's still kind of into early development, so there are a couple of things that are wrong. Rocks, rocks, more rocks. What can you do with rocks? Not much. Ooh, sticks.
Oh shit, I'm very, very hungry.
Ooh, do you need some berries?
Yeah.
Catch.
My screen's all going red.
Yeah. There you
I'll
go.
get just one out of it.
Oh, wait, you can hold it and... Ah.
Won't we? If you're quick.
Yeah, you see, I never knew
I've
any
got
of
loads
that.
of chicken, but I don't know how to cook it. Thanks.
No problem.
Oh, nice catch.
I love VR for these things. You can catch things in midair and all sorts. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of games don't let you do it.
yeah, especially non-VR games.
Yeah.
It's. I know as well that different ores as well. I might mention this. Different ores do different things. So one thing you can do with a couple of ores is where you can craft, craft certain ores that you smelt into ingots will have different properties. So I remember seeing, when I first played it, I remember seeing kind of like a half-built sort of, I don't know what, and a greatsword made of ice, or a dagger made of ice I should say. So it was quite impressive. I think I'm too far from the user to ever hear me, but...
I can hear you.
Oh, I didn't realise.
It is quite a long way.
Yeah. Hello. I'll jump through the window. I'm surprised you don't take full damage from that. See, there's a hammer and a chisel up there as well, yeah.
Yeah,
This
this is the tool crafting
Yeah.
station.
Oh, there's a possible thing over here. Tracks. There's a... This. I don't know what this does. I think it's like a log cutting thing. Here, what's this? Training grounds, carpenter, blacksmith and mines. Bird. There was a thing that I saw over yonder. Well, not just up here. I probably overlooked it for a stick. Yeah, I did. Oops. Yeah, no, training grounds is up here, and I remember how much health. Hunger, not health. What am I saying? Come on. Come on. Where's... Oh, overshot. What is that? Training grounds town is down there. I don't know what's up there. There is a bird. I'm going to kill it. I'm killing this bird. This bird's going down. Yeah. Ah. That was easy. Ugh. Stop freaking out. I keep forgetting to recenter myself. There we go. Why are you...
Have you got a piece of flint?
Did have. Did you... How did you...
I don't know where I got this broad grass.
Hold that out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool.
And you might be able to cook chicken over it.
I think I needed to put some wood on it.
Oh.
I've only got a little bit of grass left. How do you get more grass? Do you just pick it?
I've got 5
I can
here.
do that.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oop. Let's. Here we go. Oh, campfire. Oh, good. Let's do this like that. I don't know if that's going to do anything or not, but. Ooh.
I died.
Oh. Hmm. I'll wait for you here then. Looks like there's archery. There's a thing over here. I'm actually going to. Looks like this could be a podium of some sort. I don't know. Some of this stuff's quite new to me because I didn't fully explore the area when I first played this. Not to say the least that I didn't not, but... Oh, hello.
Hey.
You got back quite quickly. Did you die of starvation?
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, do you want to take half my berries so that you don't...
Well, I'm hoping that in a moment we'll be able to cook chicken. But it might be a dream.
Come on. We can... There we go.
Okay.
And looks like you might be able to...
Oh
Explosion
God, I
of
can't.
charcoal. We just made charcoal.
And destroyed chicken.
Yeah. So at least I know how to make that.
Huh.
Well, at least we know how to make that.
It is caveman stuff, this, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder. Hang on. I wanna try something. I wonder if there's a give item essentially. Oh god. God damn it.
Oh, so what, can you just take stuff off people's belts?
No, not quite. But gift ow. That's alright. I was wondering if there's like a... Oh, hang on. Wait, how do you...
So if you press the analog sticks and rotate them round, you can do a bunch of different... So we can be...
Five... Oh, that's quite cool. So, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1... Comes up. Sweet. And I think that just essentially... Yeah! That's awesome!
Shit!
That is wicked! So I can go, here you go. And so that means that if you're ever, like, running low, I can go... Oh, good.
Well, are you?
There you go. Yeah, I can do that and then go half that. That's sweet. But I don't think...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no. You can't, because it's all greyed out bubbles as well, that you can't take items off, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no. Thief.
Gonna pickpocket you.
Yeah. That is nice that you can actually share items. Like, go, look, I want you to hold this, or here you go, here's a gift. After a while it might become very annoying. If you think about the logic of the situation, that someone may sneak up behind you, throw an item into your bubble, just as you go to put a piece of ore in there, and then he takes the ore when you drop it. But other than that, as long as you're working together, that actually works brilliantly. Oh, did you drop a... cat?
Yeah. Thank you.
There we go. I still like that thing as well. It follows you, like looks at you in a certain angle with the hunger and the health. Right, let's... I remember one other thing as well. I'm not sure where, but I remember seeing a chest not too far from the mines.
Yeah. I opened a chest somewhere, but it just has stone in it.
Yeah, I found out how some of these things work. Like, you can find recipes. When I read it up, you can find recipes in vines behind doors, I think it was said. Not too...
Right.
Yeah. So it's like you break the vines, you open the door, and then there's like a recipe in there, like a book. You know, like in the other houses where they had the different books with the different pages.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm being summoned. I'll be back in a sec.